You know, football, you know, he might tell somebody something different, but I think it's his #1 sport. His favorite to play, favorite to watch. Very happy for him that he's able to be out in the field with us this year.
For Kennett High School sophomore Camden Bailey, this is where he loves to be.
I just played every sport I could and just love being outside and being athletic.
Which is why being here, quarterbacking the JV squad against Bo is so special. You see, Camden faced a much bigger opponent, cancer. But thanks to modern medicine, this young athlete is back.
One surgery wouldn't allow me to do that, but once I knew I was doing this surgery, I knew I was going to play sports again.
Camden Bailey is one of 3 brothers who grew up in Jackson. Their active lives took a turn when Camden was playing basketball in middle school.
In January of 2018, I started to have knee pain during basketball season, and I just thought it was some random pain, so I just played through it.
His parents noticed the youngster was struggling simply to run.
Both of us were across the gym from each other, and we were like, oh, something's not right.
They tried physical therapy, which eventually led to a trip to the doctor.
They stopped the PT, did an X-ray, and from there, you know, our world's changed.
Camden was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a rare bone cancer in his left knee. The treatment involved 2 major challenges. He would have to undergo months of chemotherapy, and part of his leg had to be amputated.
At first, I was just thinking about how I wasn't going to be able to play sports. I wasn't thinking about like school or anything. I was thinking about not being able to play sports.
At only 13 years old, Camden had played years of sports. He didn't want that part of his life to change. The family was presented with a few options, and one stood out.
I had never heard of it. Even when they mentioned the surgery to me, I had no idea. I had to look up videos and pictures to fully understand it.
He chose something called rotationplasty. The sick part of the leg is removed, and the ankle and foot are reattached to the thigh backwards. It allows the patient to essentially use the ankle as a knee joint.
This option allowed him to continue, you know, with sports and no limitations on what he can do.
The leg operation was a success.
Literally within 4 or 5 days, we're home, and he's up walking around with crutches, and never looked back since.
Camden spent his freshman year of high school making trips to Boston for chemo and doing physical therapy to learn how to use his new leg. He even got to meet his hero, Tom Brady. Meantime, the community was rallying support for the Bailey family. The Camden Strong movement was born.
It started just with a simple Camden's Crusaders bracelet, and people, saying Camden Strong. Signs went up on restaurants. There was a huge fundraiser at the Red Parker Pub in Glen, New Hampshire.
Camden Strong worked. His recovery was remarkable. And about a year and a half after his cancer diagnosis, he was cancer-free, and sports was back on the radar.
By about July, end of July of this summer, I said, wow, this is really a possibility. He's going to be playing football this fall.
To walk and play athletics, Camden's left leg is wrapped in a covering. His foot rests toe down into a special prosthetic, a foot he says still has full feeling and function. He's comfortable walking, but running is still a challenge. So playing JV quarterback seemed like a good fit for Camden. Wearing a special protective brace, Camden took the field for his first play in the preseason. The result was something the entire community needed.
My coach called a Hail Mary, and I dropped back and threw the ball to my receiver, and it was a touchdown, 40 yards. So I was really happy when that happened.
And that was a real special moment, not just for the Bailey family, but our whole team. The reaction from the sideline was special. So.
You know, with Camden, I think there's no limits. I mean, he's so strong, you know, mentally, that I think whatever he sets his mind to, he's going to do.
If he keeps working the way he's working, I don't know if there's a limit to what he can do. I think it's just a matter of what he wants.